Full video for my ITSE. This is a really easy race because they have a bunch of stuff that they cannot do. You cannot trade, use laws, action cards, plots, bombardment, build bunkers, and trade, no laws and no action cards. And oh, that's a double. Yeah, I'm going to fix that one. They are immune to external action cards and they cannot be bribed. And ships do not require space docks to be built. Other than that, that's a long list, so I'm gonna explain a bit in detail first. They don't have all of the techs either. They only have the ship upgrades and a few own unit, some units, some tech that they can do. And then they have a coexistence alliance thing that they can give to other races that they can coexist on their planets. They don't have any free tech cards because they get any techs from other races because they do not trade and because their units are different. They are grown units. They are not metal units. So and of course they don't even have a agent or commander. They have a hero and a mech, which usually do not get unlocked because they have to find Elysium, and Elysium is only the Titan of All's home planet. So, but other than that, it's really an easy race. Let's do this one first. Be present on all planets you can land on. That means that there are planets that you cannot land on, which are a bunch of planets that you cannot land on. And when I have the race on, there is a symbol that I put in the galaxy on every planet that cannot be landed on by the Arborecs, so it's easier for you to play the race. And then they have 3 units that are not standardized. Let's start with this one, the Experimental Growth Facility. It gives you one tech per turn, per cleanup. It costs 6 resources, but it will convert to 4 unit costing 4 resources when they have nothing else to take. So you can build these, but of course just 1 per planet, and then you get one of your techs per cleanup. Of course you start with that, but because you have 1 in the home system. The other one is the Space Solar Mirror Array. It is the idea that you build mirrors on the outside of your planet and they reflect the sunlight, so it gives you more sunlight, and that gives you +1 resource per planet. And they can be transported before deployment by any big ship, And then they have the grapple wines. It is only used for defensive purposes. They are single use, and they grapple 1 hit worth of unit at the end of the first round in the battle, and they release them if we lose, and other than that, and they cannot grapple battle stations or war zones. The other units are normal, and the flagship is quite normal. It requires 6 other techs to take, and then it becomes just a little faster and just a little more hardy. They start with the sustained damage, Nidurium armor, which gives them 1 hit point for every ship that has a sustained damage, and a normal amount of units. But then we got the good stuff. Let's do this one first. If they become the Emperor, then all other races except colonize. No. All planets with a colony are considered having the empowered bureaucracy, so they give them more influence that they can live on. This one. Ships do not require. Because they are so efficient at building their. I'm here. The resource and influence from planets are both considered resources, and every planet you builds those resources it has, and the resources cannot move. So in this case, your home planet builds 6 resources because 5 plus 1 is 6, and then they plop up here at every cleanup. You cannot move them to other places, but then it's really good and simple. So you just grow. The ships can combine to make other ships and buildings. So in this case, you could combine this to make a dreadnought, because this is 2 and 3 resources, so it would be 4, and then you will get a destroyer with the dreadnought, of course. That's a good way to make war suns after you have gotten the war sun tech. And that's it. And it's free when you build them, and after that it costs one movement. So when you have all ships are always on planets, so enemy fleet can pass by, and they can also bombard us. And blockading enemies can destroy the mirror array and nothing else, actually. We can still, of course, grow our units if we are blockaded. And our ships can invade planets, and big ships get 1 hit point on planets, because we'll always land on every planet, so our ships can fight on them as well. And if we recolonize planets, that do not cost us resources. We can assemble the Senate and diplomatize, because we actually don't have any influences. So we only use resources, because all of our ships move without influences. It says somewhere. Independent planets do not join us peacefully, but they accept colonies. And when we invade the planet, after the ground battle, if any, we need to seed the planet with seeds. And that means we have to destroy half of the planet's combined resource and influence value of units, rounded down, to start the colonization. And we place the planet, if we see that at a cleanup we place them on the growing card there, and then so it takes a while to grow, and then and we get the card when we were there from the previous turn. So it takes one more turn for us to get planets. But then invaded planets give us 3 resources, and half of the planet's normal value as extra resources, which we can use to bribe other races. If we consider this as other planets, so we would get 2 or 1 and 1, because the planets produce stuff, well, like they have metal factories, and they think, but we do not use them. We use our own swashy brains to think and grow. So, but because there are always people living on the planets, that's why this is like this. There. There. And then the coexistence colonies, that requires a ship, but it doesn't cost any influence, or it doesn't, because we just see them with small seeds, so it doesn't cost us the destroying of the ships when leaving. So when we do the colony, we get the colony when the next turn, when we leave from it. And colonies produce 1 resource unit per turn, which of course almost always is a destroyer. And Wefut 2 can have 2 colonies, and we get 2 resources from Arnor. And kill them all. If our planet gets invaded, our biomass fights as 3 infantry. In extra to the ones that we have on the planet. And that's actually everything. And it is a quite nice race to be playing as, not much to worry about, and then you can always go like full peace mode, and everyone accepts your colonies, and then you just make more colonies, or then you can fight if someone does not accept your colonies. And it's even worthwhile for them to accept them, and then you have the bribe possibility because they give you half of the planet's normal production. So nice and easy. Come and try it. Yes, bye.